What is up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video. And you might be thinking, what is this title on about? Yes, Sanctioned Ivan himself and Evelina really want to move to the United States of America, the land of the free.
We are pioneers and trailblazers. We fight for freedom. We transform our dreams into the truth. Our struggles will become a nation.
In this brand new video, I would like to talk to you about why, personally, I would love to move to the United States of America. I know that this topic is going to make a lot of controversy and God knows what, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, sitting in Russia, oh my God, you're a traitor, you want to go to the United States of America?
Есть такое понятие «предатель Родины». Вот он один из них.
But first of all, I would like to address this to every single person that's going to be calling me a traitor and all that stuff. I have my own life. I could do whatever the heck I want. If I want to move somewhere, if I have a dream of moving somewhere, I'm going to do it. And you guys can't tell me anything, because I know for a fact you guys, the haters, will never say anything to my face. Even if you're Russian, you're just gonna be commenting down. Anyways, let's get to the topic and not talk about the bad stuff. So, why would I want to move to the United States of America? Well, one of the big reasons are because of the opportunities that await for me there. And you might be wondering, Ivan, there's a lot of homeless people in the United States, there's a migrant crisis and blah 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 blah, but you know what? If one person has a dream and you follow it, no matter what sort of thing is happening, you're gonna do it. And I'm not saying it because I just made up those opportunities in my head. It's because I know that it is facts. An easy example of what I'm talking about is the interest rates on mortgage and stuff like that. You might be wondering, how does this got to do with anything, Ivan? Well, I actually am really interested in the real estate business. And I was thinking of doing something like that in Russia, but then when I learned about the interest rates, the mortgage, the banks in Russia, I realized that 19% interest rates is something absolutely crazy. Imagine paying 19% interest rates on a mortgage. Well, tell me in the comment section below, from whatever country you're from, what's your interest rates? Anyways, because I wanted to do real estate, I realized that in Russia, there's no future for that, because 19%, remember? What am I gonna do with that? Not only the interest rates that are a big problem, but you can't also forget about the Russian currency. And you might be wondering, so wait a minute, Ivan. You got huge interest rates. What are you gonna tell us about the Russian currency? Well, not a lot of people might know this, but I hope most of you do. Russian currency is really backed by the United States currency, the dollar bill. The problem is, you could wake up in the morning, $1 will be like 80 rubles. The next morning you could wake up, $1 will be 100 rubles. And imagine getting yourself a mortgage when $1 is 100 rubles. You're gonna be ripped off. Or maybe the other way around. I'm not the best mathematician right here, but you get the deal, right? You could really screw up, not even for the fact that the interest rates are gonna be screwing you. Also, the currency exchange is gonna be screwing you. And that's because of the different decisions that our government does. So you could be, if you get into real estate business in Russia, you're gonna be screwed from every single side. You could get screwed. So I was thinking about this and I'm like, do I really want to be screwed from every single side? No, not really. I was not planning on that, so had to pass on that one. One of the biggest things that I want to talk about is that if you buy a property in Russia and you want to sell it before you have owned it for 3 years, you gotta pay a 30% tax on it. So you pay 30% just because you want to resell it. So, for example, you're thinking, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a little bit of cash on the side. I got a great offer. It's I could get a 20% profit of that, and then bam, 30% tax that you cannot write off. You can't buy yourself something and say like, yeah, my tax money is gonna go into that. That does not work like that. Well, maybe it does, but I have not heard of that. It's like, we send you tax, you got to pay tax. What do you mean, write off tax? Are you crazy? What? Write off? No, you give me tax. And, oh, that's it. No, nobody else. Only me tax. You cannot write it off. You cannot grow. You need to suffer. Suffer right now. I don't want to suffer, so... Now, obviously, there's going to be people screaming in the comment section saying, our wages are so good. You know? Everybody around here, you know, the average salary is $1,000, which you Americans and most people in other countries are going to be like, $1,000 average? That's not the best. That is not the best. But the thing is, that's the official average. The unofficial average is at around $500. And imagine, alright, even if you don't want to get yourself into the real estate business, you earn $500, and you try to get yourself a mortgage, and you get yourself an apartment, and that mortgage interest rate is gonna take all your money. So you're basically gonna be working just for your mortgage, and then you're gonna be thinking of how to survive, of trying to locate food and stuff like that, because let's be realistic, the mortgage would probably be like $300 a month, and then you would pay your electricity bill, which would be like at around $20-$30. Then you need to get your food. Then imagine if you have a kid, a car, you need to get to work. Even if you don't have a car, you need to pay for the bus, the subway, blah blah blah. It is absolutely crazy. So a lot of people tend to stay away from mortgages right now because it is impossible to even pay it off. And it's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be able to pay it off. So I guess that there could be a huge bank problem. And God knows, maybe there'll be a market crash of the housing market. I don't know, you tell me guys, do you think there's going to be a house market crash in Russia anytime soon? Tell me in the comment section below, what do you guys think about that? And what is very disappointing to me, and it really breaks my heart, is that I started realizing that nothing is really going to be changing in the upcoming 10-20 years. It doesn't seem like something is going to change, and it really hurts me inside. And I kind of started realizing this now, because before I was thinking, you know what, maybe a year or two something is going to be changing, but looking at it right now, it's been 2 years, nothing changed, and I don't know for how long is it going to go. Even 5, 6, 7, 8 years, that's a very, very long time. And it saddens me. And I don't agree with our government. I'm not a big fan of it. Or actually, should I say, I don't like it because of the decisions they make. Now, this could be some dangerous words that I'm saying right now, but I was thinking, who the heck is going to tell me what to say? You know? This is unbelievable. And the laws changing all the time. Yeah, you know, one day you could say this, the other day you're gonna say it's gonna be illegal. It seems like the Constitution, you could just take the Russian Constitution and wipe your butt with it, because the laws that they implement crosses out some laws in the Constitution, and where the heck is the freedom of speech? This wasn't even supposed to be in the video. I am just mad right now, so I had to include that in it. Don't you guys think that I'm thinking somewhat different than you? I think the exact same way. So I really don't want to spend so much time of my life waiting for something to happen in my country where I cannot change it, my neighbor can't change anything. It's impossible. In this country, you're not going to be able to change it with just people walking around the place. That's all I'm going to say. So, I don't want to wait for it, so I'm thinking of finding a way of getting into the United States legally. Because first of all, I am completely against doing illegal activities, and one of them is illegally crossing the border. Just like in my case, you know, I was watching a lot of people crossing the border and stuff like that, and they were like, oh yeah, we just left because, you know, our government is corrupt. I'm like, that is not how it works. If you're running across the border, you should be only running and literally illegally, right? If somebody from the government is trying to kill you, if some mafia guy wants to kill you in your country or something like that, you know, when you're actually running for your life and not for economic prosperity and stuff like that. If you want economic stability and a way to earn money and the land of opportunities, you should try your best to do it legally and not just run across the border and make the normal Americans' taxpayers' money be spent on you because you've been selfish. And I don't know, could I call that selfish? I don't know what situation those people are in, but I know for a fact that a lot of people are just crossing the border because they're thinking the day they step on the land of the United States, they won't have to work. They just be like dollars piling up. That is not how it works. If you come to the United States, you gotta work and work and work, and then build a huge empire. But let's not talk about that. That's just my point of view, because a lot of people are saying, yeah, just run across the border. Thousands of people are doing it. I don't want normal taxpayers to suffer because of me. I want to come legally. I want to be a legal migrant into the United States of America. So don't you guys tell me that. I'm gonna do it legally, and it's gonna be great. The only way that I have found out to visit the United States of America is to fly over to Kazakhstan and try to apply to a visitor visa. But I am pretty sure that there are very low chances that they are gonna let me get myself a visitor visa, because they're gonna be thinking that, yeah, this young guy is definitely gonna fly into the United States and just stay there. So, you know, I'm gonna try, but I do realize that the chances are very low of me even getting a visitor visa. How funny is that? You could just cross the border, but it's hard to get yourself a visitor visa into the United States of America. It seems that you could get a work visa to work in the United States of America, but you need to have a higher education, you need a special specification of work that you do and stuff like that to get an invitation and get let into the States. But then at the same time, I'm wondering, how do people from Russia that used to come over to New York to work in the hotels, how did that work out for them? You know, because if you guys know a way that maybe even if I could get some sort of a job offer that would let me work and stay and maybe obtain a green card, I would really appreciate it, because I know for a fact some of you probably guys know about how to do it. And I would really appreciate if you could contact me at my email in the About page of my channel. Also, I read every single comment on this channel and under every single video. So if you have a comment about how me and Evelina could come into the United States with our cats, I would really truly appreciate it. Legally. All of you, I consider my close friends. We're a great community. I love every single one of you guys, and I just wanted to share my story with you about why I really want to go to the United States of America, the land of freedom. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just want to speak out and tell you that I really want to get over there. So I'm going to be finding a way, and I would really appreciate if one of you guys have knowledge about how I'm going to be able to do it. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment, because also I know for a fact that if you have more subscribers on your channel, it's actually quite easy to get yourself an American visa because you're a content creator. So if you even subscribe to the channel, that would really help me a tiny bit to my goal, which is reaching the United States of America. Thank you very much.